Hey everyone. Today is Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Today marks the day when federal troops arrived in Texas in June 19th, 1865 to take control of the state and ensure that all enslaved people are freed. This came nearly three years later after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed by, at that time, Abraham Lincoln. So this comes as a huge celebration because Juneteenth honors the end of slavery in the United States and is considered one of the longest African American holidays. Black Power movement started in 1950s and 1960s, a cultural, political, and social phenomenon. And this was really a time where people came together and started to really demonstrate their pride in being Black. In fact, the term Black Power came from Stokely Carmichael when he did a speech in Greenwood, Mississippi. And boy, did that spark a whole lot of movement. The way Black people began to demonstrate their pride, they started to wear real African clothes, galas, the colors, black, red, green. It all demonstrated Black pride. This was a time when we really began to unite and come together. I think it was James Coates and Tommy that were the two phenomenal African Americans in the Olympic Games that actually held up their fists and said, Black Power became powerful long before Kaepernick. He's great too in our era, but it's important that we know our history too. So today, June 19th, 2020, we've made such a huge impact because today marks the day that it became signed by Governor Cuomo to be passed as a official national holiday. So today's a huge accomplishment, another huge accomplishment for African Americans and people all over, because now they're going to get paid to be off on this particular day, which means that people are going to know what Juneteenth is, finally. Well, I'm grateful. Today I had an opportunity to go out to Harlem. Harlem is the epicenter of urban culture and African roots and Black pride and love and culture. And I felt so at home just saying Happy Juneteenth, and everybody responded. Everybody showed their reciprocated love for the holiday and respect. And it was just normal for us to just be Black, be proud. It was normal. It felt so good being there and just talking to my sisters and my brothers in unity and love. We were sharing each other's business cards and growing each other with conversation, past and present. Don't take away people's voices. Let people live. This new era that we're in right now, I just want to say thank you to George Floyd. I want to say thank you to the Black Lives Matter movement, because the world is finally listening to Black voices. And not only are they listening, but they actually see us. We're humanized. And it feels good. We have a long way to go. And it's not because we haven't been doing our part. We have a long way to go because so many people still are just uneducated. And by them being uneducated, it means that we still have a long way to go. But that's okay, one step at a time. I just wanted to read a poem before I close out for tonight. Everyone knows that Let's Talk Over Teas is supposed to be aired tonight, but I just wanted to focus on Juneteenth and my experience on this particular day. Going out to Harlem and walking with my family, and it was a beautiful, sunny day, nice breeze. And people were respecting the social distancing and just being. It was lovely to see. But before I go, I wanted to read a poem tonight, and I'm not sure who the author is, but I wanted to read it to you guys tonight. It's entitled No Apology. And if you know who the author is, please feel free to let me know who it is. I'll be happy to give the person credit. But right now the author is unknown, but I wanted to read this poem. I thought it was so profound and just so relevant and so on time for right now that we need to hear this. And I wanted to share this with you. No apology. I owe no apology for my black skin. I am what I am. But most of all, I am a proud creation of a wise and just creator. I owe no apology. I owe no apology for a skin that illuminates in the sun, that blends with the darkness of night, that distinguishes me from others. Though much suffering and pain has been heaped upon me because of it, I will not bow to humiliation. I owe no apology. Thorns and thistles have been placed in my bed to prevent my rest. Broken glass in my path to impede, even stop my progress. But broken in spirit, I am not, for right is on my side. I owe no apology. I am proud of these black hands, for they have carved an empire. This body, for it has endured much. A mind that refuses to be twisted by an adversary who defames me with every accusation. Every blame he has laid at my door. Every conceivable name he has called me. Even likened me to a craven animal. My adversary did not forget to employ every means to browbeat me into submission, that I might acknowledge his superiority and my inferiority. But like a flower I smile while he frowns. My shoulders erect, my head up high, never looking back lest I fall, knowing that I owe no apology, for the same God created us all. Wasn't that beautiful? No apologies. I am a black woman, and I am proud. No apologies. I love who I am. And I love my sisters. And I love my brothers. I am Black. And I'm proud. Stay solid. Have a great one. Enjoy Juneteenth. And keep hope alive. I know we're going through some trying times right now, and it is hard. It is hard. And I empathize with you, and I'm right there with you. When something happens to my brother or my sister, I'm crying too. I'm mad and angry also. But I want to encourage you today. Have hope. Never lose faith. And utilize your anger and channel it in such a direction that empowers you and your people. What does that mean? That means buy Black. That means open up Black Wall Street again. That means write a book, become an author. That means write a poem and recite it at every open joint. What does that mean? That means go and volunteer your services someplace to underserved children or senior centers. Channel your anger in a different direction. What does that mean? Peaceful protesting. Going out, standing with your brothers and sisters. Even those who may not look like you, who stand with us. Thank you. Have a great night. Stay strong and stay solid. Peace.